Good morning and welcome to our MRTA conversation today. My name is John Green with Association Member Benefits Advisors, and today we're going to talk about some fun stuff. We're going to talk about all of the perks, the freebies, the discounts that come with your membership in MRTA. We're going to take a look at it from a spring break position. I know that all retired teachers, every day is spring break for you, so congratulations. My wife just enjoyed her spring break down here in Texas just a few weeks ago, and the weather is warming up. Hopefully it is for you there as well. I'm joined by my co-host today and District Manager Kel Smalley, who is in Kansas City area. I'll let him introduce himself here in just a moment. But while folks are logging in, just want to do a quick housekeeping details here. We are recording this session. We'll post it out on the MRTA website under their benefits tab. That way you can refer to it again, things like that as well. If you have questions, feel free to drop those into chat or into Q&A. We can answer those questions as we go along. And if it's something that's specific to you, we may type it back to you in the chat feature there. But if it's something that that the whole group can benefit from, Kel and I may stop and address that to you as well. I want you to grab a pen and paper today. I'm going to give you some things, some places to go, a little, not homework, so to speak, but just some tips to write down. But please know that after this webinar, all of those of you who are on the call today, I'm going to send you an email. That email is going to have in it some of the tutorials we talked about today and some links to take you out directly where you can get these discounts as well out there and too. You also notice this QR code here at the bottom right-hand corner. The QR code is the best way if you've got more information that you'd like to find out about and more information that you want to know about AMBA and about MRTA, you can use your smartphone. So have that handy. We'll get that to you as well. So let's go ahead and jump on out in here and want to, first of all, congratulate you. Congratulate you for a phenomenal last year of volunteering in our schools. Over $23 million worth of volunteer hours that MRTA members gave back to the community at large, as well as schools that maybe you came out of. So congratulations on that. Kel, since you're joining us on the call here, I know that you spoke to the President's Summit just a few weeks ago. You want to recap that for our members who are on the call today?
Sure. Yeah. Good morning, John, and good morning, everyone on the call. It is a beautiful sunny day here in the Kansas City, Missouri area. I know I'm looking forward to getting outside later today for sure. But the President's Summit was awesome. You know, we heard from some strategists of where, the MRTA is headed, and there are lots of good things on the horizon for sure. New ways to, gain new retirees in the school districts and grow membership so that, when there is someone messing with your pension up there at the state capitol, the MRTA has the numbers to really shut things down and rewrite the legislature that is, trying to get pushed through that might not be the best thing, for your retirement. But yeah, great summit, John.
Great. And I understand that you signed up or you had 55 presidents come to you and say, come to my chapter meetings. Is that correct?
We did, yes.
Okay, so we've got some folks that are on this call today that have not signed up to have Kel come out and talk about all the benefits of being a member of MRTA. Kel, why don't you put in chat your phone number or your email address so they can get a hold of you and your team to come out to one of those chapter meetings, because I think it'd be an excellent opportunity to take advantage of finding out what's available to you. And Kel also can do some advertising and marketing to bring in new members to your association as well. So we've got your president, Martha Schatz, that's joining us here. She's logging in right now. Good morning, Martha. How are you this morning? Let you unmute there real quickly. I think you're still muted, Martha. Martha, I think you're muted still. Like she's out and about in the great state of Missouri today. So if you get a chance to unmute there, Martha, we'll let you share about the there we go.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Good morning. Kel and I were talking about the President's Summit. So tell us and the group on the call today how the President's Summit went and any issues that are pending right now in the legislature.
Well, the President's Summit went wonderful. We had about 170 in attendance, which was a record. We had the 2022 National Principal of the Year as our keynote speaker, Beth Huff. Everybody seemed to really, really enjoy her. We had some great breakout sessions for the presidents on different sections of their responsibilities and how to handle those responsibilities as president. We had a fantastic trivia night, thanks to Mark Cook, Vice President from Region 12. He was our MC, and he was delightful. He was so funny and engaging, and everybody stayed for trivia night. It was, we had the room full, which was great. Everybody seemed to have a really good time. We had a pie auction the first day, since it was Pie Day, and I think we raised over $600 for use for the technology for the office. A lot of fun, a lot of good food, good conversations with people. I was just very excited, thought it went really, really well. Of course, in the legislature right now, we're still fighting the open enrollment bill, which seems to be barreling through no matter what we say. That's one of the biggies right now is what they're wanting to do with that, and which will really in many ways hurt public schools. And I don't think they seem to understand that could very well happen. I live in a very, very small town. We get open enrollment, kids leave our school, we won't have a school, which is one of the problems. Excuse me. There's always something to fight in the legislature regarding our pensions, regarding public schools. Maria's always on top of that. Right now, they have just, I believe they're working on passing for retirees the additional, the 2.55 factor in your retirement. If you stay 31 years, you get a little bump in your retirement, which is always nice. And that's good for everybody. That's good for the public schools because they have experienced teachers longer. It is good for the retirement system because they're not paying retirement quite as soon. It works out for everybody. But yeah, we've been having lots of fun, doing lots of great things. And I'm going to be hitting region meetings here starting April again. We'll be all over the state again, and really looking forward to that.
Great, Martha. Thank you very much for joining us today. And if you want to stay abreast of the latest legislative issues that could impact your pension, impact public education, future members in MRTA, text MRTA, the letters MRTA, to 52886. And that's the phone to action program. You can text that. They're not going to spam your phone or anything like that. They'll let you know when there are hot button issues that need to be addressed with your legislators there in Jefferson City. So Martha, thank you for joining us today, and appreciate you being on to share with the group what's going on. Real quickly, my name again is John Green. I work with Association Member Benefits Advisors. I'm down in Houston with my wife, who is a second grade elementary school teacher, my daughter, who is now currently doing her student teaching in Waco in a high school up there in music. And then my son, my middle son, graduated from Missouri, got his master's degree up there, and he's working down here. My oldest son also works in the area, but I've spent the better part of my 30+ year career in classrooms, helping educators understand what their retirement years look like. So I appreciate you allowing me to join you on these calls today and to talk about some of the benefits that you get by being an MRTA member. And Martha hit this so succinctly. Pensions are under attack across the country. Many legislators see that as a pool of money. They don't understand how it got there. They don't understand why teachers need additional income, things of that nature, stuff like that. So making sure that you've got an association that protects that biggest asset that you have, that being your pension, is so crucial. And so that's what MRTA does on your behalf. The Watchdog Wednesdays, all those things that you see out there are all there to protect that biggest asset that you've worked so hard for, and to preserve access to benefits, connection. Martha mentioned it was the biggest President's Summit that they've ever had. She's also getting back out on the road. We're seeing many more chapter meetings take place, many more people getting together all across. And this is an excellent time, like I mentioned, to get Kel on your agenda, to help him get more members, new members, recent retirees out to your chapters and join as well. So, and we're going to talk about all the fun stuff in regards to your benefits and the discounts as well. And many members talk about MRTA and AMBA together because they can fill those gaps in with their benefits that they didn't take with them when they left the schoolhouse. Or they're portable. If you decide to winter down here in Texas or Florida or Arizona, the benefits can go anywhere that you are. They're not tied to a network back there in Missouri, but you can use them wherever you want to. But some of the other big benefits you can extend to your family members who may have aged out of your benefits, who are no longer eligible, or a parent or a loved one that you may be responsible for. So it allows you to have that through your membership. But today, we're going to talk about the fun stuff, the discounts, all the freebies that come along with your membership, access to discount programs as well, ways to make that pension check stretch further, especially in these times of inflation. If you're traveling across the great state of Missouri, the United States, or the world, there's phenomenal savings. I'm going to show you some of those things. It's a way to get a hold of your grandkids and go off on vacation somewhere. If you like to eat and shop, that kind of stuff, there's all different things in there. So we're going to jump in and talk about these discounts today. We're going to show you some new additional discounts that have just come online here recently, and to help you dream a little bit, I'm going to show you how you can suggest some shops and vendors as well. We've had some success in Missouri by members suggesting, I want this particular vendor, this particular restaurant to be part of this program. We're going to show you how to continue that, but I want to help understand who's on the call today and what you're doing this spring. What are you planning to do? Are you planning to travel? This is a multiple choice question. You can answer as many of these as you want to, but go ahead and answer there. Say, I'm going to travel across Missouri. I'm going to go across the country. I'm going to go overseas. We're starting to see more members go overseas. So take this poll out here, answer those questions there, and you can go down and look at it and say, you know, I'm shopping. I'm going to see some cultural attractions, go to a sporting event. Baseball starts today. And I'm going to say this, the world champion Houston Astros are starting today at 6 o'clock. So I'm looking forward to baseball. You've got great baseball in St. Louis, over in Kansas City as well. So we'll just take just a few more seconds here, let everybody participate and see what they're going to do. If they're going to travel locally, go see some friends and family. Kel mentioned the weather is starting to perk up there. Time to get out and do some spring cleaning and some gardening as well. So take a few seconds, fill out our survey there. It will help me direct you to some of your highlighted discounts, things like that. So thank you all for joining us on that. Let's share the results. We've got a pretty good crew. They're going to do some traveling. That's great. The rest of you are going to do some shopping, or you may be doing all of these, and some gardening and things like that as well. So go ahead and we will move forward, talk about some of the discounts. And what we're talking about today is the AMBA Passport Program. This comes to you free for your MRTA membership. There's nothing else that you have to pay. And so it makes it real super easy for you to save money. It's free as your membership, and it's dining, travel, shopping, home services, all sorts of different things that you may not think about, but every day you can use those and see those as well. So we're going to walk you through this process today. I'm going to send you some tutorials afterwards. So if this moves a little rapidly, or you have questions, or you just want to see it in paper, I'm going to send you some tutorials. I'm going to send you some links. You can access the AMBA discount program, the passport program, two different ways. One, through your laptop or your desktop. And all you have to simply do is go out to myambadiscounts.com, register here, and there's an activation code after you put your email address in there called AMBA Savers. Now, you don't have to worry about that, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a link. You're going to get an email from me, John Green, sometime right after this webinar, and I'm going to send you the link that all you have to do is click it, put your email in, and you're in. You're automatically registered. You simply have to complete the registration or the information form. What that does for you is it helps you to not say modify, but to bubble up those discounts that are most interested to you. It may ask you, do you have pets? Do you have grandkids? That kind of stuff like that. So again, this is an opportunity for you to get in easily and to sign up and take advantage of this discount. So that's one way on your laptop or your desktop. I'm going to send that email link to you. The other way in which you can get access to your passport program, this discount program, is through the mobile app. Now, I don't want you to grab your phone right now. I'm going to send you the step-by-step slides and the tutorial to go through here. We've got about 24 people on the call today. I'm going to make this super easy for you to walk through and understand this. But when you go out, this is available on your Android phones or your Apple phones. So you can go to the Google Play Store, you can go to the Apple Store, and you're going to look for the Passport mobile app. It's the little orange skyline out there. And you're going to walk through the steps to use the mobile application and download it on your phone. The neat thing about the mobile application, I'm going to show you a few features in a moment. It's what I call geolocated. So if you are traveling, say you're driving up to Chicago and you want to stay somewhere along the way, it will tell you where you are and tell you what hotel discounts are in the area or what restaurants are in the area, that type of thing. So there's a lot of different things that you can use with this Passport app. I see more and more retirees using their apps these days, and this is a great way to save on the run. So here's what I'm going to send you. I'm going to send you this particular slide and show you how to walk through to get this on your application on your phone. So once you download the Passport mobile app on your phone, you're going to come to the first screen and it's going to ask for your email address. You're going to see that Passport card number up there. That pre-fills. You don't have to worry about that, but you're going to put your email address in, and then you're going to put in other sign-in options. Make sure you put other sign-in options in there because it's going to ask you for your activation code next. And you're going to put sign in with an activation code. Again, don't worry about writing this down. I'm going to send you this tutorial so it's super easy for you to roll through there. Once you sign in with your activation code, that is AMBA Savers. It's not case sensitive, but I think it fills it in all caps. AMBA Savers. Then you're going to put in sign in, and your welcome screen is going to pop up, and you'll just put your information in there for that. Then your app is ready to use. It's ready to go. So you've got this app on your phone so that wherever you are, you can start to use this. And so I want to show you just a quick example. Say you come down to Dallas, you're coming down for the ladies' Final Four, and you're hungry, and it's like, all right, I'm hungry. It'll tell you where you are. It's going to search for all restaurants that are available for discounts within a 25-mile radius of where you are. And so you like, oh, the Magic Time Machine. So you hit Magic Time Machine on your phone. It pops up and it says there's a 60% savings on gift certificates in the restaurant. So you'd hit website or save if you want to say I'm 3 hours away. I'm going to save that to memorize it. Website, and then the website's going to pop up that shows you can get discounts on gift certificates. For $6, you get a $25 gift certificate to the restaurant. It will tell you in there, it'll say either a minimum purchase is required to use this gift certificate, or it says the gift certificate can be used on everything except alcoholic beverages, something like that. So you've got that, you add to your cart and pay for it. And then when you get to the restaurant, you simply hit My Certificates, show that to the receptionist there or to the wait staff, and then you get your discount or you get your savings there right on the spot. So it's just a super easy way. I really use my Passport mobile app for two things. I use it to find hotels along the way when I'm traveling, and I use it for ticket attractions and for ball games, baseball games, things like that. If I'm in an area, want to go see a baseball game, it's real easy to use, but I'll show you how to do some of that as we roll through here. So you've got two ways to access this discount program for you, your Passport mobile application, as well as the website. So I'm going to kind of walk you through a little bit of another way that you may see when you see a restaurant. You may see this feature that says use card right there. Now, you're not going to get a plastic card like a credit card in the mail that says, hey, here's my discount card. It's going to be on your smartphone, and it's going to look just like this. And it's going to have your name on there. It's going to say expiration date. Don't worry about that. For MRTA members, it's automatically going to renew. but it will tell you what your discount is. And in this case, this is a coffee shop down in Austin, Texas. It's a 20% off discount. Just simply show that to the barista, show that to the checkout person, and you get 20% off your total bill. Case of TCBY yogurt over here, you get buy one, get one free. So you'll see different options. Some will be for restaurants to save on gift certificates. Others will be to use your card to get a certain percentage off your discount there as well. All right, let's talk about shopping and services. A good amount of you said, hey, I want to shop. I'm doing some shopping, that type of thing as well. And you'll be able to shop on here, and it's discounts on mostly online vendors. The closer you get to major metropolitan areas, there are discounts in the major metropolitan areas in stores and things like that, but it's also off services. It could be childcare services. It could be dental services. It could be tires, car services, things like that. So it's online as well as in-store, national merchants, and then all across the board in terms of theme park tickets, things like that. Here are just a few examples that are out there, some that I pulled up overall based on some of you said, I want to do some gardening, things of that nature, home renovation or spring cleaning. You've got a lot of houseware companies out there. I'll show you when we do a live tutorial in just a moment where you can find these vendors out there, but they're anywhere from 15 to 20% off discounts for the most part. Your best choice products, that logo down there, BCP in the left-hand corner, that is kind of a general Macy's, Dillard's type store, general house goods, seasonal goods, things like that as well. Alico, the little black and red house up there, that is your gardening spot. You can go out there to Alico. It's got all sorts of gardening tools, different things to put down a flower garden, as well as a vegetable garden, things like that as well. Then you get your national vendors like Kohl's, 15% off online shopping, GNC, in-store, online, significant savings for members out there. And then Skechers, all the new Skechers footwear, you can usually get a coupon for 30% that you can use online, or you can go into a Skechers discount store. And I'll show you how to find those things. There's a lot of gifts out there, a lot of things you can do for shopping. It is the holiday season. Easter's coming up next week. That's crazy to think here in the next week or so. So you've got through 1-800-Flowers, which includes Harry and David, the Popcorn Factory, Sherry's Berries, 15% off if you're doing flowers that way. Mother's Day is coming up. You want to drop some hints that you either want flowers or you want wine. If you're a mom, you want some wine, you can get that. There's 20% off different type of food gifts, things of that nature. If you've got maybe a college student that's preparing for finals, you can send David's cookies off to a grandchild or to a child that's in college. So lots of different gifts that you can order. Do some online shopping to send things across the board and save money with your MRTA membership. If you're a magazine reader, if you like to get stuff in the mail and maybe it's time to spruce up your house, you want to look at different things, Magazine Advantage is a program that gets you a year's worth of subscription to particular magazines for as little as $2 a subscription. So it's pretty incredible what you can get out there. So it's a great way to fill up your mailbox with reading material. Also a good way to gift to people as well for an inexpensive price, far less than what the cost of it buying it at a newsstand or in a grocery store or something like that. We talked about graduation season. This is an excellent opportunity for you if you're thinking about, you've got some high school grads on your list or college grads, or you're looking for a new laptop, a new iPhone, something like that. There are several vendors, major name brands, Apple, Hewlett-Packard, Lenovo, Samsung, things like that, that give you the opportunity to get significant savings on laptops, cameras, printers, Apple products, Apple iPhones, the Apple Watch if you're an exerciser, AirPods, all those type of things. Great places. I'll show you where you can find those out there on the website. They vary their offerings all the time, but it's a super way to save money on technology gifts for yourself or for your family. One of the discounts that's the newest discount, and I want to share this one because it's one of the most popular, but they also change this discount all the time, is the Whirlpool Inside Pass. This is all the Whirlpool major appliances, all the KitchenAid products, all those desktop or kitchen countertop appliances. You can purchase those out here. Oftentimes it includes free shipping, even special discounts that they run, hot deals throughout the year. There's a hot deal right now for an extra 10% off small appliances, so you can get almost 50% off. This has quickly become one of the most popular discounts that are out there today on the Passport program. We've had several employees that I work with that have bought their refrigerators, new ranges, things like that. Excellent way to save money. You'll save far more than a year's worth or 2 years, 3 years, 4 years worth of MRTA memberships just by the Whirlpool Pass. So highly encourage you to take advantage of that. Sam's Club and Costco are also two other vendors. I know in times of inflation, and Kel's talked about this in the past, the best way to beat that inflation is to buy in bulk. If you don't have a Sam's Club membership or a Costco membership, you can get a significant savings on that through the Passport program. And then throughout the year, they will vary what their offers are. Sometimes it'll be a $10 gift card. Sometimes it will be a basket of food. Costco hasn't done that in a while, but sometimes they will bring that back up. So you can vary what you get there. Now, please be aware, this is just new memberships in the shopping clubs. This is not for renewals, just new. I gave one to my son and his wife when they got married for Christmas, right after they got married, as a way for them to save as well. So again, use this as a way to save money on and stretch your dollars these days. All right, I'm going to show you some of those places to shop in just a moment when we do the live tutorial. Let's talk about travel. More and more members are getting out and traveling, especially as the weather gets a little warmer and we get a little bit further away from COVID and you want to start getting back out on the road. The Passport program is probably best used in the area of travel. It's hotels, it's airplane flights, it's car rentals, it's experiences, things like that. They're all across the board. Probably some of the best are the Wyndham chain, and that's everything from your Days Inn and your night suites, American or Motel 8s, things like that, all the way up to your Wyndham properties. You get everyday savings up to 20% on those. Sometimes there's even specials on top of that. If you're an Airbnb type person and you like to go have a little bit more room, I'd encourage you to check out Haven, HVN. It is just like Airbnb, but it is for Passport members, and it allows you to get savings off of not only really unique apartments and houses, novelty places like firehouses you can stay in, renovated lighthouses, and some really unique places, castles, things like that. It allows you to stay there, but it also waives a lot of the fees. If you're an Airbnb person and the fees frustrate you, gosh, this is a great place to go on that. Lots of cruise savings if you're looking for cruises that are big out there now. If you're going to Hawaii, considering going over to Hawaii, you can save on airline tickets as well. And then tickets, TIQETS. If you're going to major metropolitan areas like Chicago, New York, anywhere overseas, Miami, places like that, tickets is probably one of the best places to get your discount passes for museums and tourist attractions. But oftentimes they run specials to where you get front of the line passes. So you don't have to worry about waiting in line, things like that. So just lots of different ways that you can save out there. Now I looked at a couple nearby, and Kel's got a little one that's running around now. If he ever wants to take him over to Great Wolf Lodge in Kansas City, a lot of them all across the Midwest are running super specials right now. I looked at some dates in May, and you can get a normally $370 room for $109. So, and that includes water parks, the whole 9 yards that come with it. So if you're thinking about taking your kids or grandkids, now's an excellent time to do this. Take a look at Great Wolf Lodge, use your Passport discount. It's a super way to save a significant amount of money on a great family vacation. The other place that's my favorite when it comes to hotels is the Hotel Planner. It's the Passport Travel Services. I'm going to show you this in the live tutorial. You can plug in any city, anytime, and it will show you the best hotels. You can do it by star rating, best savings, location, whatever you want to. It's a super way. I'm a huge Marriott fan, and oftentimes I can find it cheaper on this Passport website than I can find it at the Marriott. So it's a great way to save money, especially if you're traveling. I want somebody to help me out, put into chat or put into Q&A. You'll put in there, put in Q&A, I guess, you put it in there, where you want to have us take a look at hotels. If you're traveling somewhere pretty soon, let's take a look. And so give me a city, and when we do the live tutorial, I'll go out there and help you find some cities and show you how this works. Here's just some more examples. There's a website out here on the Passport program called Going. And Going is what I call an air travel aggregator. What they do, if you say you're going to Florida, and I want to go down to Florida, I haven't really picked a date yet, but I want to go in June. What they will do is you will plug in that information and they will bubble up and say, hey, if you go these dates, it's cheaper here. Or they'll give you highlights and say these flights are dropping in price. So it's a neat way to save money on airfare. All the car rental companies are usually about 25% off. Some will run specials up to 30% off or an extra certain amount per day. Hertz, Avis Enterprise, and Budget usually are the big ones out there. I talked about the cruise lines. They're phenomenal discounts on cruises right now. So many ships are available. A lot of capacity to free up out there. And then Extended Stay America. Extended Stay America runs significant savings all across the country, depending upon the city. There are places that are more discounted, sometimes up to 45%, but Extended Stay America kind of gives you like a suite style with a kitchenette in it, and it can save you some money out there on travel as well. Movies are coming back. People are coming back in the theaters. You can save on ticket membership or ticket prices. You buy your ticket here, take it to the movie theater, pick a seat, easy to get in, about 30 to 40% off there. You can save money that way as well. If you're getting out and going to Chicago, going down to Florida, tickets at work, shows in Las Vegas and New York, even in Chicago, pro baseball tickets as low as $10 or less than $10 for the Royals and Cardinals right now. Tickets at Work is my favorite place to go. So before you're going anywhere, go to Tickets at Work, their website on the Passport program. I'm going to show you that. Plug in the city. It will tell you everything that's out there. So it's a great way to save money on your vacation travel. Now, before we walk out and take you on a live tutorial, I want to tell you about this program. And this is why I tell it, because the MRTA members I love about you is the fact that you jump out and you try things rather quickly. You know, I know you're called the show me state, but once we show you, you take advantage of this. On the Passport website is a location underneath account where you can suggest a new vendor. And for those of you who live in smaller rural communities that may not have as many in-person vendors, you can suggest restaurants, you can suggest shops to Passport. They will contact the vendor and say, hey, we've got people in your area who would like to use your services, would like to bring you more business, if you give them a discount. Now, it doesn't require the vendor to, it just says, hey, we'd like to feature you on the website. And it can help you stretch your dollars out there. Now, they're looking for mostly mom and pop restaurants, small businesses, things like that, that don't have to answer to a big national corporate chain in there. So you can suggest a member or suggest a vendor out there and be able to take advantage of the savings that way as well. So just this past year, members that have saved over $110,000 in discounts by using the Passport program. So I'm going to stop sharing here. I'm going to go out to the website and walk you through a tutorial. I thank you for those of you who submitted. You want to look at some Atlanta, Georgia, and Bardstown, Kentucky. All right, so we're going to do this. Those of you who sit, we're going to write down Atlanta and Bardstown, Kentucky on some Airbnb type stuff. Okay, here we go. All right, we're going to go out and share the website here. Okay, this will pop up here. This is what the Passport website looks like. It shows across the top. You can put your location that you want to be in, the location where you want to go. And for this purposes, I've selected St. Louis, Missouri, so I can show you all the different steps in here. So you've got multiple ways that you can interface with the website. You can select particular restaurants if you want to go by all restaurants, or if you want to look at type of restaurants, those type of things there. Same thing with shopping. You can go down and look at household and family, home and garden. Again, for those of you who are wanting to do some gardening this time of year, the way you can find those, clothes and accessories. So we're going to find your Kohl's, your Skechers, your Adidas discounts. Special women-owned business is like a curated section right now for women-owned businesses that you can go out and select and support those if you want to. Tech, electronics, sports, entertainment. I'm going to show you all these as we go through here as well. Travel the same way. So travel, you go down and look at hotels, look at long-term rentals, If you're talking about Airbnb type stuff, things like that, that you want to go out there, or vacation rentals, things of that nature. So that's one way you can look at it. You can also, as you go down here, you see that there are in St. Louis, Missouri, there are over 560 offers that are available. Most of these being probably online, but they're going to show you those that are in person, brick and mortar vendors as well. You can also look down here at your discounts by subject if you want to. Scroll down, there's seasonal selection. So if it's rent car time, if you're traveling somewhere, if you want to look at financial wellness from the standpoint of it's tax time, those type of things are out there. Tech and electronics. They'll show you the newest offers. Some of these are vendors. Some of these are hotels, things like that. I usually see a lot of them that are hotels across here. Then you'll see these hot deals. These hot deals are limited times. And you can see in this case of Lenovo, you get 60% or 66% off, plus an extra $90 on ThinkPad laptops, kind of laptop that I have. So, I mean, just a super way that you can save money out here. But again, these are hot deals for a certain period of time. There's that Whirlpool Pass, inside pass deal that I told you about. Now, my favorite thing out here is you notice when we go down here, I've got St. Louis, Missouri. It shows me all of the brick and mortar vendors that are available on the Passport program right off the bat. So I've got restaurants marked by your fork and knife. Then you've got your shopping with your handbags, things like that, your Skechers store. Some of these are childcare, some of these are dentists, things of that nature. So you see that as well. Then you come down here and you get all of your different featured programs and things of that nature. So let's go out here and look. Let's look at travel, since a lot of you wanted to go to travel. Let's plug in and let's go to Atlanta. Atlanta, Georgia. We'll update that. Okay, while it's doing its thinking out there, I've got some really speedy internet. And then we'll go down and we'll just look at, in Atlanta, let's look at hotels. I'm going to show you a couple of things out here in terms of hotels. If there's any specific hotels that are available in this area, then it'll pop up. So you've got your Great Wolf Lodges, you've got your Holiday Inn Vacation Clubs, your Extended Stay Americas. And again, you'll go out there and visit, you'll plug in the specific area. But the Holiday Inn Club, these are like your timeshare places that you can get 25% off those rates out there. You see those quite a bit. This is where I want to show you the Passport Travel Services. Again, this is my favorite hotel spot to look at. So I'm going to go down here. You press that link and then I'll pop in Atlanta, Georgia. And say I want to go, let's pick a date next month. We're going to go for 3 days to Atlanta and we'll check it out. Now, what they'll do, I'm searching now based on best value. I can search by landmark if I want to stay down by the Mercedes Center, if I'm going for a ball game, something like that, or zip code if you're staying near a family or friends. Price, if I've got a star rating, if I'm going to say, hey, I want to stay in nothing but 5-star resorts. We can do that. Or if you say, hey, I'm not that picky, I just want someplace clean, let's go for a 2-star. You can do that as well. So it does its thinking while it's searching all these things like that. Again, we're looking just for Atlanta here. And so it rolls through and you can see the Sheraton Hotel. You save about $50 on that. You can save a little bit more in different places. So you've got all different opportunities. It scrolls down and shows you what's out there from a perspective in Atlanta. And you can decide how you want to use it. If you want to use it from a standpoint of a certain star rating, if you want to use it for addresses, things like that. So there's lots of different ways that you can use this Passport Hotel Planner. So I highly encourage you to check that out. Play with this. It will tell you sometimes if you plug in some dates, like the Final Four is here this weekend in Houston. If I wanted to get a hotel room in Houston, it would tell me, hey, just know there's a special event down here. And this special event is probably going to cause your prices not to be as inexpensive as you thought it could be. So again, that's one way to check out your travel that way. Go look at some other things. If you want to look at it from a, let's go out and look at vacation rentals. Okay. We'll go look at vacation rentals out here and it'll show up here all the different places. Some of these specialize like in Lake Tahoe, some of them Orlando area that you've got out here, Cabo. Here's that Haven. Okay, so let's take a look at Haven. And again, I'm not familiar with Bardstown, Kentucky, so I don't know how tightly centered this could be. But we'll go out here and look at Haven Private Homes, about 150,000 different apartments and villas and special homes and things like that. And you can plug in the same way, just like we did before. So we're going to look at, once we load this up, Bardstown, Kentucky. Okay, pops up on here. Let's just look and see if they've got anything out there. You can put your dates and times. So being not as familiar with the area where Bardstown is, looks like Bardstown's over here. So he shows you all these things that were within 30 miles of Bardstown. So like I said, that's how you can look at that. That's out there as well. So again, these are a little bit more high profile type locations, a little bit more. There's some unique stuff out there, some unique homes, things of that nature. So again, take a look at that. There's an opportunity for you there to go look in at Haven, HVN, again, is what you've got out there. Let's just go look at just a few other things. Like I told you, if I wanted to look at shopping for tickets, let's see here. I want to say, we'll go back out here and I'll show you tickets at work. That's probably one of the last places that I'll look at for you. If you want to go into Atlanta, there's savings on the Georgia Aquarium out there. If you can go look at that, the Discovery Center, Urban Escape, Six Flags, movie tickets, things like that. There's tickets like I talked about. So if you're going out there, the World of Coke. So again, if you're going over there, tickets at work. Let's go show you one last place out here, tickets at work. And that way you can see what's available to you as it pulls up. We're going to look at tickets at work, and I'm going to show you around because again, if you're even looking for specific places, this is where I get for tickets at work. Again, as I talked about baseball tickets, my kids have bought baseball tickets using this, theme park tickets all across the country. You can look at your travel. You can look at different theme parks. You can go look at hotels in certain areas. You get your movie tickets out here as well. You can pick a city. So depending on where you're wanting to go, if you want to go to Kansas City, if you want to go to Chicago, again, Atlanta, you can click those. And since we had the first person ask about Atlanta out here, we'll go out to Atlanta and just see what's available. So it shows you the city passes that are available, the stuff that you can do out there. You can look at the times, the dates, you can save your hotels here, all different sorts of things that you can do in Atlanta. Concerts, there's all sorts of concerts out there as well that you can go to, or maybe buy them for the kids, things of that nature. So a lot of stuff that you can do on the Passport program, lots of ways to have fun with that. Again, if we want to look at shopping, say we just wanted to look at Home and Garden, because a lot of you ask about Home and Garden. Okay. So Home and Garden, again, there's where you're going to find your Whirlpool Pass out there. You're going to find your vitamins. You're going to find Alico. Again, that's Alico. That's where you're going to find probably your best home and garden stuff, ways that you can use it out there as well for your garden. So again, that's where you can find all your Passport stuff. I know it's a lot to look at, but don't worry about it. You can't break this. It is super easy to use. Play around with it, have fun with it, and make it yours. Because again, you can personalize it, you can dream, you can shop. I do want to point out one other major discount. You notice I showed you tickets for all across theme parks, all across the country and the world. The best place that I can still find to get Silver Dollar City tickets is on your MRTA website. They take this down from time to time whenever they are reevaluating their promo code. I just checked it out yesterday. The cheapest place that you can find on your tickets for Silver Dollar City is through MRTA. You'll go out to their website, look under benefits, and it'll drop down and say Silver Dollar City tickets, and you can go use your promo code and click that red link, and it's super way to get the discount that way as well. So highly encourage you, if you're going to do that, go through the MRTA and get your discount that way. Two new discounts that are out here that are available to MRTA members are the Start Hearing program. It is for all sorts of hearing aids, fittings, batteries, testings, things like that. They offer significant discounts there. And then we just brought on a new partner with Connect America. This is your personal medical alert devices that give you 24/7, 365 monitoring or access to press a button and say, hey, there's somebody walking around outside my house, or I've fallen and I can't get up. If you're familiar with those commercials, a significant discount for that on home and wearable devices. They give you a free lockbox that if a first responder needs to get into your house to take care of you, you get in, that type of thing as well. I encourage you to look at those partners out there. They can help you out and understand what discounts you have available as a result of your MRTA membership. So again, thank you for joining us today. Going to go through a couple of other things. We've got 3 new webinars coming out. End of next month, we're going to talk about the long-term care. 201 is show you some alternatives to traditional long-term care. On the 25th, our most popular webinar, we're going to have Jenny and Kel come back on and talk about the basics of Medicare. We have hundreds of people participate in this every year. It just helps you understand what Medicare does, how it works, how a Medicare supplement works versus a Medicare Advantage plan, what Jimmy J.J. Walker and Joe Namath are talking about, how all that stuff works and what you need to be aware of. Even if you're not yet 65, this is a great webinar to learn what takes place when you do turn 65, what you need to do. On the 22nd of June, we're going to talk about protecting your nest egg. If you're like me, you've saved up money, you've probably put it in a 403B and you're waiting for the time that you need to start drawing down on that. And you're looking at the stock market going up and down, going, oh my gosh, what do I do to protect that? We're going to show you the 5 biggest threats to your nest egg, how you can protect those things, and make sure you've got an even more secure, comfortable retirement out there. So be on the lookout for those. Tell your friends about this. One of the big things that Kel and his team are doing this year, as they're coming out to all the chapters all across the state, is they're inviting other retirees who are not yet MRTA members. Tell them about those webinars. Let them get involved in MRTA and get a taste, and then come join. Join your local chapter, join the association to protect your pension out there. So again, thank you for joining us. If you've got questions, I'll stay on and answer those as well. If you need to hop off, that's fine. Go ahead and put your questions in Q&A and chat, and I can help you out there. But if you've got questions about any of the benefits that MRTA and AMBA have together, take your smartphone, open up your camera feature, hover over your QR code with your camera feature, a little form will pop up. You can ask questions about that. It'll get right back to Kel and his team. They can respond to you right away. If you're on a laptop or on a smartphone and you don't have access to your camera, simply just email me at john.green@amba.info, and I'll be glad to respond to you and get you over to Kel and his team to be able to take care of you as well. So thank you all for joining us today. We appreciate you being on the call. If you've got any questions, I'll hang around. I'm going to stop recording now and just do